Hi everyone, Brian from Brian McManus Real Estate. Here we are at the Tooma Inn, Tooma pub, and she's a little ripper. So I'm just going to point out firstly, before we start talking pub, you'll see a white sign on the fence that says free camping available. Through the back fence you'll get, if they're travelling in ones, twos, fours, probably up to 15 caravans can park in the back there, and that's, we know the industry average is $90 a night they'll spend in a town per head. So you work it out, they park up, they're not driving anywhere, and they tend to enjoy a drink. So it's pretty cool. So let's move right along and get right into it. Tooma Inn, and why it's an awesome entry level hotel. The first pub, husband and wife run it at the moment, have done for 7 years. It's just time for them to move on, and that shows you when they move on between 5 and 8 years that it's been a really successful hotel. Now I'm going to flick back to the pub and let's just have a look at the exterior for a minute. So you'll see it's been re-roofed, which is just awesome. It's had new floors put inside. I'll just back. New floors inside. It's immaculate kitchen. The dining's, immaculate. So it's all being done. There's not really anything to spend. There's no deferred maintenance. And I mean, you will have seen it at under $1 million is generally something you got to spend a 300,000 on. There's nothing here, so it's just straight in and operate. So let's talk about the operation itself. So it's really quite simple, very simple menu that's very successful. You keep it simple, do your prep, and one person can operate that without any chef experience or anything. So, and it just comes, the business comes quite easy. And of course the bar area, same sort of thing, well organized. It's up about over $12,000 on this time last year, which is, that's amazing for a little two-person operation. They do have staff available, so when it does get busy, they come in and help out. Gee, I did see the figures. Look, I'm guessing, I think it was about 25-30 hours a month. And if you have functions, then the community kicks in, and that's really cool too. What else about the operation? That's really about it, and I'm going to flip you around as we go through. And feel free to leave comments on anything that you see that I haven't mentioned, and I can explain it. Like the fire was just lit. We're just into May, and it was lit for the first time last night. So that tells you that it's pretty cool. What I was going to say is that it's a 5-day operation, and they close for over a month each year to go on holiday. So that's pretty awesome as well, that sort of business. Right, let's move on through. So this is the balcony, pretty cool during the summer. Nice coverage. Just walked into the bar area. Now the restaurant's just off to the left as you walk in, which is really good. Easy, just so easy to work. One person can work the bar quite easily. You've got the 3 taps, and that's all you need. You keep it simple, and you can just work through it. Now this is the fireplace that I can tell you I'm standing 6 feet, 8 feet away, and I can feel the heat. So that fills the whole room. I'll take you into the bar area. Very quickly. And the cool room, the engine room. So there's the 3 taps. What have we got? 2, 4, 6, 8 in reserve. Gas. She's a pretty sturdy old cool room. Everything's here, clean and tidy. Keep it simple, and that's the profitability. Yeah, certainly. Everything's, but there is a cellar that's down there, not used anymore, of course. Most of them aren't. Everything's easily managed. You could have 20 or 30 or 40 and just tick away and just do it all yourself. One person can work this bar. You could have 2 or 3, but really you only need 1. Right, we're going to move on through. You're going to see different things. I'll talk to you about this is really pretty cool. They're doing 60 odd t-shirts and sweatshirts a month, between 30 and 60, so merchandise is amazing. So just to give you the concept, you can see Chris down there. He's in the restaurant bar leaners. This is just a storage room in the front part. So it's just usage of space, I suppose. You'll see liquor. You don't want to carry too much. You never do. They go to town once a week, top up what they need to. Everyone's going to ask me, there's no shop in town. Ice creams. This is the, kegs. 12 to 14 would be an average a month, if you want that. So this is the games area. Nice big games area. Pool table, dartboard, 301. I never mastered that game. Now, we're going to have a wee look. This is how you run your menu. You have enough fridges and freezers for prep. And if your prep is right, then as 2 people, 4 people, or 16 people come through, very easy to give you food time to cook, and yet you can have it on the tables in 20 minutes. So that's awesome. So basically you've got hotel that way, kitchen and private accommodation that way, and the actual accommodation over there. They're rentable rooms. There are 3 actually over there, and one of the doors is on the front. Now we're going to go into the kitchen. I'm not going to go through the toilets. You can have a look at my old videos for that. Here we are in the kitchen in full flight. I notice we're not using the I call it a cold range at the moment. Apparently it's not cold enough for the cold range, so we're using electricity, the old system. Look at those beautiful meals. And as I said, if your preparation is correct, very easy to produce. Fantastic. So everything's here. Everything's a couple of steps away. Your microwaves. Look at that. These chips. Everything's spotless and in its place. As all good kitchen should be, but never are. Now I'm going to squeeze past, go out to where you got laundry, dishwasher, once again another freezer. So everything's prepped, it's dated and broken down into serving. So you got water cylinder, very, very simple. So as I said, this is the kitchen and private, and we're going to go through the ensuite for the owners. So this will be your accommodation, the bedroom, and it's warm in here. So it's getting colder in this part of the world, and this is your private lounge. Through this door is the pool table and dartboard. So we've got a fireplace here, of course. Nice big little desk for the office. Nice big family room where you can just kind of break away. And in the kitchen is a separate area for your own private cooking, if you didn't want to use the pub's kitchen facilities, which you actually have to do by law anyway. So we're going to go through the back door, and I'm going to shoot the yard. I made a mistake, which I do with my videos. A lot of editing in my videos, you'll probably notice that. So this is a 4-bay garage shed. I call them a 3-bay because there's only 3 roller doors, but I've been corrected and I stand corrected. And there are dogs in there, so I'm going to leave the dog to it. But you've got your wine barrels, your pizza oven, your barbecue. This isn't the area that you'd have the caravans either. So that's just for the pub. Yeah, whoops. And out the back here we've got our timber, our firewood. Oh, man, there's a lot of firewood. So that's a whole winter's worth. We're rocking on. Hello there. Can you say hello to can you just say hello? Yes, you're such a good dog. Now Richie's in the car at the moment. He's not featuring. This would be one of the first videos that Richie hasn't featured in. Now, we've just walked out. I'll flip back. So we've just walked. I showed you the firewood, the 4-bay shed, and at the start of the video I took a photo from across the road and it had an arrow for free parking, free camping. So you come through this gate, in through here, and park anywhere in here. So you can have 15 to 20 caravans, free parking. Now, as I said right at the start, the free figure is that they spend about $90 each where they stay. So put that into perspective. They don't have to go anywhere. The groups are fantastic. They tend to spend the most. So They get set up, come in for dinner, play darts, play pool, drink, eat some more, and suddenly you've increased your sales by $1,000. You know, it's that easy, that simple. And they can't go anywhere, can't drink and drive, and they don't want to. They're just happy to have this space. And as I look at it, so you'll see it's sort of tiered. So you can get, we'll look back up to the road. In summer they can get a bit of shade. There is water here. And you can see it's quite dry around here at the moment. So there you have it. That's the Tooma Inn. I like to call it the Tooma Pub, the Tooma Hotel, because it is a hotel. Inns used to be quite a bit smaller than a hotel, but this does have the accommodation. And you've seen the accommodation on previous video, which is, you know, that's an added bonus. You know, it's $150, $200 a night. So the main thing though is not actually the cost of the accommodation, it's the money they spend, and that's the profitable side. And the food here is the percentage is very high, because it's a simple, easily executed menu, very little waste, but it's something that the customers want. So keeping it simple is a good thing. So any questions, give me a call, Brian, 040-297-0217, Brian at brianmcmanusrealestate.com. Auction is the 30th. That 30th of May, that's going to come around real fast. It's online, you can bid online. We've got contracts, we've got accounts. As I said, up 12,000 on last year. That's pretty amazing. So the opportunities here, you don't have any work to do to start off with. You can get settled in the first 6 to 12 months. You can add more to it. You know, you could put powered sites out here. You could do a number of different things to build on the reputation it has. And it has an amazing reputation, 800 views, views and comments on TripAdvisor and all those sorts of places. So it's well known, great following locally, great community locally. So awesome pub to start off with, or come back to. If you were in the industry years ago, this is a real simple one, and you control it. You know, you can take a month off, lock her up. It's a 5-day-a-week operation, so you get your weekend Monday, Tuesday, and go away. These guys go away quite regularly for the weekend, that weekend, and then trade. Just a great first pub, and it's affordable. That's what I like about it. It's really affordable. All the hard work's been done. So give me a call, email. Let's get you through it. Have a look. You won't be disappointed. See and hear from you soon.